Hey, what's up guys, it's Roxio. Welcome to the AAU's Guide to Heroic Stonecore. This is Corberus, the first boss, the GTFO of the dirt worm, basically. He has a few mechanics that you should note. First of all, he uses Crystal Barrage, which your ranged DPS needs to precast AoE on to make sure these crystal shards die as soon as possible, because the crystal shards will blow up and kill people, and it's not fun. Basically, this next phase is a control phase where you need to make sure you don't stand on that the dirt stuff. You need to be as far away from it as you possibly can be. It's pretty buggy, to be honest. The clipping path, Blizzard didn't do a very good job on it. So just stay away from it. Make sure your tank is picking up the adds. Then pick up Corberus again, kill the adds real quick, then get back on the crystal shards. The debuff isn't that big of a deal. It basically just absorbs damage. The only person who should be dispelled off of is the actual tank. This fight's pretty simple. It's a tank and spank fight in essence. I mean, it's a kill add, tank and spank, dispel maybe a debuff, and just avoid the crap. It's not very hard, to be honest. Kill the adds, dispel the tank, run away from the pink shards because they'll cast them on you, and stay out of the dirt. Really easy fight. A lot of people seem to have issues with this boss, and I don't understand why. I think it's because people don't have... I really think it's hardware issues. People don't have good enough computers to, run around. But that's Corberus. Pretty simple, pretty easy. No big deal at all. Next boss is a little more technical, but he's actually easier. His name is Slaghide. Or Slabhide. I call him LOS for loot for a few reasons. One, because you LOS for loot, and two, because you LOS for loot. His first thing he flies up and drops rocks around the room that cause line of sight issues. You don't want to get hit by him because, as you can see by the hunter's health, he got pretty hurt. Like every dragon, he does a frontal cone AoE kind of frontal breath thing. You can mitigate it, no big deal. He drops lava, but the main thing is you need to make sure you LOS that rock AoE, or else you will get killed. There's like no way around it. You can't heal through it. That's pretty much Slabhide, another real tank and spank. I mean, some tips for the tank is try and keep him positioned out of the lava, and try and stay in line of sight of your healer as best as you possibly can. So just avoid rocks in the air phase, really easy. Don't get breathed on. Every dragon's like that. Avoid lava pools. Stay in line of sight of the healers, and get behind the rocks when he does his AoE. Really easy fight. It's just a matter of controlling the situations. Just control the damage output and everything will go very smoothly. And I've seen those gloves drop probably 8 times. So now we're on to Ozruk, the Scrub Destroyer, because that's exactly what he is. He has a few main abilities. The first one I want to mention, probably one of the most important, is the Ground Slam. The tank needs to make sure he moves to one of his sides or runs through his legs or something when he's casting Ground Slam, because it does like 1,000,000 damage and it hurts really bad. It can be avoided, but make sure you're not facing him toward the raid when he does it. You also need to make sure when he puts up Elemantium Bulwark, you need to reflect back a damage over time spell. Like you see, the Shaman put on Flame Shock. Melee doesn't have to worry about it because the melee get a bleed debuff when they just melee attack. And the reason you do this is because Paralyze is broken when you take damage, and that's why you reflect a dot and not something like Wrath or something like that, you know what I mean. Then he does the Ground Slam again, and then probably one of the main mechanics that kills tanks and melee DPS in this fight is the Shatter, which you basically just run out of right after Paralyze. So reflect the dot, keep him faced away from the raid, get out of Ground Slam, run out of the Shatters, and be prepared for this in Rage. It doesn't hurt very bad, but you will want to pop a cooldown. Have your tank pop 1 cooldown like I popped Icebound Fortitude, just to make sure the healer could get everybody topped up after the Paralyze. Really easy boss. People have issues with this guy too, but he's really super easy. I mean, it's mostly how the tank does. And the last boss is High Priestess Zil. She's pretty easy too. It's mostly about managing where the adds go. What she'll do is she'll force script the tank. You need to make sure that gets interrupted as soon as possible. She'll put down these gravity wells, and what you need to do is you need to try to get the adds into the gravity wells. And really, if you have a whole bunch of adds on you, don't run away from the tank. Run to a gravity well or run to the tank. Don't be like that idiot shaman and just run away from the tank and not even take him to the frost trap and stuff like that. It's just not smart. Also, when she's up in the air like this, she'll drop rocks, as you probably saw right there, that explosion that hurts really, really bad. It'll literally one-shot you. Think Corberus and think, Slabhide. Just stay out of dirt in this instance. And she'll come back down. You need to make sure you pick her up. It's a really easy fight, to be honest. So just drag the adds at the gravity wells. That'll help kill him. Interrupt the force grip, and bring the adds at the tank, and stay out of the dirt. But these bosses are very, very similar and extremely easy to do. So, that will be it for Heroic Stonecore. I hope this guide helped you guys, because I know sometimes people get confused on these. So, make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.